Rollback Netcode update announced for Guilty Gear Xrd REV 2. Guilty Gear fans rejoice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says Rev 2 is probably like the best Guilty Gear. You know, they added Rollback Netcode to +R. Strive came out with Rollback Netcode, and everybody was saying if Rev 2 gets it, if Rev 2 gets it. And now it's here. Now it's here. And actually, they're adding it to Guilty Gear Rev 2 and Xrd Revelator. Both of them are getting Rollback Netcode, which is insane. But I think Revelator is the, like, if they're Super Street Fighter 2, I think Revelator 2 is Turbo Edition. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just freestyling it and saying it off the top of my head. But yeah, man, this is a W for the community. This is a W for anime community. I think Rev 2 was a game that I bought on the PlayStation 4, and it was a fun game. I never really got to play it though, because I was obviously too late, and like I said, it was delayed based netcode, so it was kind of icky in that sense. But I'm excited to try it. I don't think I'll ever enter tournaments, but you best believe you will get some YouTube videos out of this game because yeah, man, there's plenty of characters in Rev 2 that I really want to try and I really want to play. I think Jam is one that just jumps out the gate. Johnny looks cool. I know he's a problem. He's broken in that game. Sin and Jam, Slayer, Johnny are like characters I want to see in Strive. So I can't wait till we see them in Strive. But yeah, I would definitely go back to play Rev 2, especially with my homies, and then my homies been talking about it and stuff like that. And everybody just keeps eating, because at this point, like, basically the only game that doesn't have Rollback Netcode is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which I hope they do get it, because if every game is getting it, like, I didn't think Dragon Ball FighterZ would get it, but they got it. The Blaze Blue series, they got it. Persona got it. Guilty Gear X and +R got it. Like, every game is getting Rollback Netcode. And that was an announcement for ceotaku 2022. I was kind of hoping we got a Strive teaser, but I'm happy if the community excuse me, sorry, I'm still recovering. But if the community is happy, then I'm happy. Like I said, man, I'm excited to see where this takes it, because I feel like personally we'll get a better version of Rev 2. Like, all the people that's been playing Rev 2 are going to only get better, because now they can actually play the game and they can play it online and play against people and play against different people. So East Coast converse against West Coast and vice versa. Like, who knows? Hopefully it's a really strong netcode, because if it's strong enough to where, you know, we've seen those exhibitions in Strive where Japan versus US, it wasn't the greatest connection. It was like probably 150 plus. But if they can get it down, if we can get to a point where the MS is like 100, I know that's crazy talk because it's regions and stuff like that, but if there's some way, somehow we could get to that point, oh my God, the future is online gaming. And I mean, Nuberheimer, I'm probably butchering his name, I'm sorry, bro, but he was an online warrior and he just played his first tournament offline and he won ceotaku. So the sky is literally the limit. I think it's a good time to be a Guilty Gear fan. And I kind of hate, let me just say this, I know I'm not really talking about the news because there's not really much to say after saying they have Rollback Netcode, but I kind of hate the narrative that, like, oh, well, Strive's dead now that Rev 2's back. I feel like there's a lane for everything. Now, if Strive, they are announcing that there's going to be a public beta test for this coming out in October, late October to be exact. There's supposed to be a beta test for the crossplay of Strive. Now, I don't know when they're going to announce everything, but I hope they don't announce it during the same week, because it's going to kind of mess up the numbers. But there's options now. There's literally no excuse for anyone that's a Guilty Gear fan to, like, oh, Rev 2 had a Rollback Netcode. You could play Rev 2. You could be a +R person. You could be a Strive person. Like, everybody can eat. Everybody can have their own lane. And I feel like Strive, the way it's going, that hopefully they get a season 3 and we get, because I think this roster is not complete in the sense of, like, the top tiers have been the top tiers and the bottom tiers have been bottom tiers. But I think as they add, like, maybe say everybody gets an extra move or two, they add some of them classic favorites. They add maybe a few other characters that like that man, and they add Bedman's sister. They add some of these newer characters that they're creating, and, like, you know, obviously we've seen Gold Lewis and Happy Chaos. I feel like Strive will be in a good spot, but you have to let it get there, because everybody didn't love Revelator, Rev 2 to the point that they do now. It took a while because obviously it grew. Same with other games, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. As someone that never really played Rev 2 and never got the chance to play Rev 2, I feel like now there's gonna be a resurgence of new players, old players, and, like, my homies are gonna probably play it and get it. I get the chance to play it now. So I get the chance to make content, because best believe, like I said, I want to play Jam, I want to play Sin. I might, you know, to be honest, I might get to the point where I play everybody. Like, if it's if I'm never gonna enter a tournament for it, I don't expect to get that good. Obviously, it's harder to strive, so it's gonna be harder to play everybody. But I can see myself easily playing Jam. I can see myself easily playing Sin. I can see myself easily playing obviously Kai because I'm a Kai main. I just want to try some characters. Maybe Slayer. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be characters that I want to try, and I can't wait for them to strive too. So I think it's a win-win for Guilty Gear fans. I think it's a win-win for the community at the FGC. The FGC will never die as long as they add rollback netcode to the things we love and care about. I think it's a healthy spot. Curious to see what they do with Strive. I'm hoping they bring more things to Strive. I feel like they have to at this point, just because it's like, yo, you kind of bringing back that upper crown. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some certain games in the communities of these FGC communities where like this is their baby, this is their favorite game. So there's gonna be resurgence, so I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to be a part of it now. Finally, I could be a part of Rev 2, and maybe I'll get better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Who you gonna main? Who you gonna try out now? Are you excited for Rev 2? Are you still gonna play Strive? You know what I'm saying? You can do two things at once. You can like two things at once. Crazy, I know. Sorry, this video went a little longer than I wanted it to, but I just want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Until next time.